This war has just started. This is the beginning of the beginning. But if he's alive, we have a problem, in my judgment. I think we made a big mistake in killing Khamenei. He's now a martyr. I think we made a big mistake in killing Khamenei. He's now a martyr, and if Ali Larigiani is still alive, he's a very competent person. He's chairman of the Supreme National Security Council, and this is a formidable enemy. Now, whether the administration hopes he will be the equivalent of Delcy Rodriguez in Venezuela and negotiate, I don't think so. But I'm not sure because we killed all the leadership of Iran, that's going to make them more negotiable. I think we've empowered Larigiani, and that could come back to haunt us. I think we do. I think it's going to be Larigiani because he was running the country, and I think, as I said, he's going to be empowered. Look, from a military perspective, the strike was extremely impressive, but there are a couple of issues here. Decapitation only works when you get all the leaders, and I don't think that we got all the leaders because it's very, very difficult. Iran still has substantial capabilities. Remember, it's been in the drone business for a very long time, selling lots of drones to Russia. So I think they've got a lot of stuff hidden away. And thirdly, even though we seem to have a formidable force out there, they can only continue the attack for a finite period, whether it's a week or 2 weeks. But there's one carrier in the Persian Gulf, the Lincoln, that's going to be flying strikes. Ford, basically in the Mediterranean, is defending Israel. And so we have to realize that American military capability is not infinite. And at some stage, it's going to wear out. And so the administration needs to have a policy, supposing the government does not fail, that the Iranians do not rise up and we have chaos. What is plan B? And one of the big problems in the region, in Iran, is that there's critical shortage of water and food. The economic situation is disastrous. It's 1.7 million reals to the dollar. Even if the administration were changed, Iran faces an economic catastrophe. So what are we doing to anticipate that? And unlike Libya, when we got rid of Gaddafi, when there are a lot of militias that were well armed and well organized, there don't appear to be the same in Iran. So my concern is Larigiani may seize power. I fear he's very competent. I've studied him. And I don't think that that necessarily makes the situation better for us, despite how effective the attacks seem to have been. Look, they've got the Houthis in the Red Sea who say we're closing off the Red Sea. They can say we're going to close off the Strait of Hormuz. They're 21 miles. They can say that we mined it, whether they mined it or not. The insurance company is going to say tankers can't go through. They've got lots of different issues here that they can exploit if they're clever. My concern is that if Larigiani is smart, simple. We're going to continue the attacks in the next couple of days. They are going to escalate. They're going to put further pressure on the Saudis and the UAE if they're clever. Now, Khamenei was a dead man walking. I think he was really not a ruler who was competent at being ruler. And if I'm wrong, if Larigiani is not as clever as I think, fine. But if he is as clever, this war has just started. This is the beginning of the beginning. And Iran has a vote, and I would not like to underestimate Larigiani. I don't mean to overestimate him. We failed to understand the Vietnamese in Vietnam. They did very, very well. We failed to understand the Taliban in Afghanistan, and we failed to understand the resistance in Iraq. I hope we're not underestimating what Iran can do, but it's something to think about. No, forget whether Khamenei is alive or not. Larigiani is running the country. He signaled on X he's alive and well, and I assume that's not disinformation. If he's dead, that's a different issue. But if he's alive, we have a problem, in my judgment. Yeah, the most plausible scenario is we strike for a couple of days, and then Trump says, I declare victory, we've taken everything away from Iran. Yeah, they haven't had a regime change, but they can't do anything. We destroy their missile capability. They're not going to build nuclear weapons. If they do, we'll come back. Hooray, give a lot of medals to the Navy and the Air Force personnel, declare victory, and we go on to the next thing. That, to me, is the logical outcome.